Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. This is a career money reading using the Tarot Nova. I pulled out the cards already, and while it's a career money reading, it also ties in to a relationship or someone or something in your environment that is helping in this situation. So, with the underlying energy, we have the Four of Cups, and then this one is the High Priestess. So, this is the mental card, and I'll show these two together. So, with the Four of Cups, it seems like this person had his resources, but they were expended in some way. Maybe you had to pay out more than what you thought you were going to have to, or something that you just needed to prioritize. And so it's left with this energy where you don't want to be in this situation, but you're in the situation. And with the High Priestess, it's a definite understanding of I have to work with the things that I have in order for me to have a healthy living and to move past what may seem as a little bit of a strain that is in your financial situation. In the past, you had the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords looks like there was a bit of progression mentally, but it also feels like with the hot air balloon, it was up and away type of energy where there was a lot of energy and effort and finances that were put into this, that what you're left with is the Four of Cups. And while the Four of Cups is in the situation, the extra cards for that card is the Ten of Cups and the Judgment. While you do feel like you're happy, this is also the end of a cycle and beginning. You're left with choices on how your behavior affects the future. So the karmic energy, or why things are happening position, you have the the Five of Pentacles, and the Devil card. And with the Five of Pentacles, it feels like it's a sudden loss. And to be careful because, again, one of the most important cards is the Four of Cups. Being in this situation, you'll really have to work your way through and navigate the things that can be worked on right now. And maybe you might have to hold some spending or hold some priorities off until you're able to put in what it takes to make it work for you. And with the Five of Pentacles, originally this card has two figures out in the cold, but it doesn't look like they have warm clothing, or they had to really bundle up to attempt to make themselves warm, and they're in front of this structure that it can be seen as like a beacon of hope. With that, the immediate future is the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and I'll just show the environment card. You have the Ace of Cups. So it looks like, in a sense, you have like this inner worldly person that's helping you out. If it's not a specific person in your life, it does feel like you're given some type of assistance. Maybe something just happens to be in your path, and it doesn't seem too like it seems like maybe it was something random that was put in front of you in the road, and you're taking that thing or taking that opportunity. So with it being the aces, it seems like there's a new progression, and there's also quick responses. But it's taking you on this specific route of assistance. But while you're being assisted, you're also able to take control again, because an extra card to go with the Ace of Cups in your environment is the Emperor card. And you already have a dominant personality, so to be able to take control over this portion of your life is something that'll be one that I feel like is lasting for you. Before I go back into the immediate future cards, the further future is the Three of Pentacles, along with the Six of Pentacles. And I've noticed in the numbers, because before I said the Ten of Pentacles instead of the Five of Pentacles, or I was about to. So this is 3 and 6. With that, I feel like there's something that multiplies, or that in a way I feel like luck is on your side. But it doesn't seem like luck where it comes out to be an exaggerated $1 million. It, with the Three of Pentacles, it's steady progression, and what's nice about this card is that you're working together in a well-mannered way. And with the Six of Pentacles, it reminds me of the saying, or I know my mom used to say it to me, that my car is my bread and butter. It helps me go to work, helps me run errands. It does duties in my life that are important for my livelihood. So with this, it seems like if you want to live the life that you like to have, don't compromise on certain behaviors, and one of it being, if it doesn't need to be in your life, or if it crosses your path, then it doesn't necessarily have an importance for you, then maybe you don't need it. And with that, it comes with better opportunities, better things to come into your life, and better, way better than what you would have had. And even with, if you're job seeking and a job comes up on Indeed or LinkedIn, whatever you may be on, and it comes up, but it wasn't your first choice. And not saying that you should only take your first choice. Sometimes you have to have one of those humble beginnings. And this is what I feel like is part of it too. It's one where if it's something that's completely against what you're planning on doing or want to do with your life, maybe you could take more time to get a gauge on what you're looking for in a job and really try to prioritize the ones that you're really passionate about, but also suit your financial needs too. Because you could get a job, but if you have to sacrifice the livelihood that you have, it's good to ask if it's worth taking it, or if you want to wait longer to see what else comes along. Then, to give an example, when I was looking for jobs and this job came up and it paid a good amount of money. So the job was, it was a lab technician job, but with that pay it came with a costly thing of, I guess, my morality, where it was a company that tested on animals, and this company said that if you take the job and these animals become ill, you'll have to euthanize them. Are you all right with that? And so, me having a rabbit, it's just automatically thinking, I just didn't want to take that. And in general, it just was something that it was one of those things where I'm like, oh, that's not something that I could have on my conscience like that. So that could be an intense example of what the situation may be. But to really think in what will bring value into your life to make it more fulfilling. And I think you're really successful at it, because the present card is the Sun card. And the Sun card is arguably, not too much arguably, because a lot of people refer it to as the best card in the deck. And this one has a rooster, so it connects with you. But to be careful to not get too much sun, because you're getting those rays and it benefits you, but too much of it can leave you in an unhealthy state. So with your hopes and fears, you have the King of Swords, which also speaks to you because it's your card. And you have the Stealthy Fox. I feel like you are impressionable too. And not only is this your card, you're able to make those dominant, wise decisions that you get from the clarity of the High Priestess. Because with the King of Swords, it's the Page, Knight, Queen, and King. The King of Swords is one where he can navigate well and to have planning for the future. I think it's a healthy card and sign to have because it balances the emotional and mental realms that really have impact on most people. But with the King of Swords and your signs, they're able to think practically and not make emotions, for the most part, overrun the choices that you have or the things that you have to face. And with the Sun, it also reminds me of new beginnings too, because you do have a new cycle coming along. I wanted to go back to the immediate future because this is where I see that there's a lot of focus on this assistance that you're getting. And it doesn't have to be bad assistance. When you think of help, sometimes one may feel a little lame getting it, but this is one that gives you time to understand and to really make the decisions that are worthwhile to you. So you have the Fool card, and that has the value of 0. So in the Major Arcana, you start with the Fool and you end with the Fool. You have this other figure, it's the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups has there's a caring energy with this person. And then you have choices, because you're getting assistance. It's good to not take advantage of the assistance that you get, because maybe they'll help you and help you and help you, but with the Giving Tree, the Giving Tree was left as a stump by the end of the story. And so it'll be good to ask for help when it is called for. But it looks like that you guys are on the same page. This is the Strength card. And with this pairing, it looks like a match. Your card also feels like the Page of Pentacles too. This is a newly working energy. Maybe you're working in a different way. This could be a new situation that you're in. I don't feel like it's completely new, but the Page of Pentacles, be careful not to work blindly. But with your King of Swords, it doesn't seem like it. And you also have the High Priestess. Those are top of the line practical thinkers. So also with the Five of Swords too, that's also a general note to be on the lookout of what can be said and when. And with the Mace on the card, pay attention to detail. It's like when detailing back when a lot of places required for you to have a negative COVID test, and you had to get like the either 48 hours or 72 hours, and they extended it for some of the overseas places. Then there's the same day or the next day. So you had to look at what is the time frame on which they wanted the test result to be from. And looking into those things is important, because if you were off, they could be calling the testing site that you were testing from, or the lab, to either verify to make sure the information is correct, or you might be in the situation where you have to retest again. And that could be tedious, or that could be an extra step if you're not reading the fine print. And similar to, or another example is knitting, and you're knitting something that requires reading the directions consistently, where you don't want to rip back, because when you rip back in knitting, it's a pain. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I feel like it's a good reading. It's one where you're able to build from the ground up. And a card that I saw but didn't come out was the Empress card. And the Empress card is one where she's a powerful force, and even though, if you're thinking about it in a earthier, holistic way, her progression can take time, but on a grander scale than the Seven of Pentacles. So thank you. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you in another video.